Hello everyone. Um, Today we're going to talk about .mat files and how to create them. So, so what is a .mat file? .mat file is just a convenient way to store your variables conveniently outside of your workspace. Here, let's say we have variables that we want to save. X equals 5. Here it saves it in the workspace, but this is temporary and it's not going to be there next time maybe we open MATLAB. And so what we can do is we can save this data externally on a file so that it won't get lost. Um, so we can say save and we give it a file name. So example, this is what I'm going to call it today, and it's going to create an example.mat file. And we can see that over here that it has indeed created a .mat file. And we can store these variables within this .mat file. So in order to do that, say save name of the file, which in our case is example, and we say x. And once we've done that, it has saved it. So then we can clear our workspace. And we can see that our variable x is disappeared. And we can just check that by saying, what is x? And MATLAB doesn't really know what x is because it's not in the workspace. So what we can do is we can load our file. When we load our file um, called example, it's gonna it's gonna take all the data that's stored in the file and load it in the workspace. So when we do that, x equals 5 appears back in the workspace, and now we have access to those variables. So it's a really convenient way to store data. So an example of a situation where I used a .mat file was, so here I've got code for a GUI, and this GUI solves ODEs. But this GUI needs multiple GUIs. So when I click define ODEs, it asks you how many ODEs you want to enter. Here we're just going to say 1, and it pops up another GUI. So now when the user enters this data, there's no easy way other than saving it in a .mat file to send this user inputted data into the main GUI. And so once the user inputs this data, let's see, this is the code for the second pop-up. What happens is that data is saved within a mat file called equation archives. And then that equation archives is loaded into the main GUI. And that allows the two GUIs to communicate, and in doing so have all the data imported to the main GUI so that you can do the calculations. And as you can see here, that works. And yeah, so that's a place where a .mat file has come in really handy. I hope that was helpful. And yeah, thank you for watching this video.